Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be financially independent? Well, financial independence can look different for everyone. Some see it as having the freedom to retire early, while others view it as the ability to pursue passions without financial stress. Today, we'll discuss what financial independence means to you and how taking concrete steps towards it can you can create a life of true freedom and fulfillment. Hello and welcome to Rise to Your Money Power, where we have honest conversations to empower you around your relationship with money. I'm Pamela Plick, your host, and I'm on a mission to empower women to confidently build wealth from the inside out. I help purpose driven women overcome feeling anxious, stuck, or overwhelmed related to their personal relationship with money so that they can become confident, achieve peace of mind, create financial freedom and impact. And I do this through my signature programs and services, as well as events and community. Financial independence is a powerful concept that means different things to different people. Whether it's the ability to retire early, travel the world, or simply live without the burden of financial stress. Defining what financial independence looks like for you is the first step in achieving it. So let's get into the 5 key steps to cultivating or creating your path to true freedom. The first key step to creating your path to true freedom is to first understand financial independence. Financial independence is the state of having sufficient personal wealth to live without having to work actively for basic necessities. Now, this doesn't mean that you're never going to work again or you're not going to continue to run your business, but it does give you the freedom to choose how you spend your time. Now, one action step that you can take to understand financial independence and what it means to you is to reflect on what financial independence truly means to you. Write down your vision of a financially independent life and the key elements that it includes. And I think the vision is so important because the vision is like our compass. It guides us as to where we're going, or where we want to end up. So create that big grand vision in terms of your finances, but also in all of the areas of your life. So that way, and also look at how financial independence might impact your life's vision and making sure that your vision aligns with your values. Now, the second key step to creating your path to true financial freedom is to assess your current financial situation. So we need to know where we are, have a starting point. So before you can identify your course or the course you want to take or the path that you want to take to financial independence, it's essential to understand where you currently stand financially. And this includes evaluating your income, your expenses, debts, as well as savings. So you can easily create the documents that will help you to identify what your current financial situation is. Using your budget, like creating a budget. If you don't already have one, that's a great way to know if how you are managing your money, if you're living within your means. Also by creating a statement, an asset statement showing, what your current savings balances are, investment balances are, and any debt that you might have. And so it's truly important to understand before we can embark on this journey, or really making sure that it is realistic where we want to end up, we need to identify where we are. So, one quick action step that you can take to assess your current financial situation is to list all of your assets, your liabilities, any income sources that you might have, as well as your monthly expenses to get a clear picture of your financial health. Now, the third key step to creating your path to true freedom is to set clear financial goals. Now, we've already created our vision. We know where we're headed, where we want to be, but we have to also create goals in order to get there, or milestones. So, having clear, actionable goals is crucial for reaching financial independence. And the goals, you remember, we always want to use the SMART acronym, that the goals should be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, as well as time bound. So if your goal is to retire, maybe retire in 20 years with an income of $100,000, that's your goal. Now, also, then you want to create the action steps that you want to take to get there, or create, that is a smart, and that's a smart goal because it is measured, it's specific. Retire in 20 years with an income of $100,000. It's measurable. We can see, how we're going to get there if we are on track. Whether it's attainable or not, that's something that you need to decide what in terms of looking at what have you done so far to move towards that goal. But it gives you plenty of time to course correct. If you haven't set up a retirement plan yet, or you haven't been contributing consistently, this gives you time to be able to correct that. And is it relevant? It's one of your values? If one of your values is to be financially independent, to have freedom, time freedom, that's relevant. Retire in 20 years with an income of $100,000, and time bound because you can measure it. Okay. So one action step that you can take to set clear goals is to set at least 3 financial goals that will help you move towards financial independence. And again, making sure that your goals they meet the SMART criteria. And I also want to mention, if while you're creating those 3 goals, setting those 3 goals, ideally you want to have make at least one short-term goal, which is 1 to 2 years, one intermediate goal, which would be 3 to 7 years, and then one long-term goal, which is over 7 years. So retirement typically is a longer term goal. So keeping those in mind, create those 3 goals. Now, the fourth key step to creating your path to true freedom is to create a financial plan. A comprehensive financial plan will serve as your roadmap to financial independence. This plan should include your strategies for savings, investing, debt management, as well as increasing your income if that's a goal that you want to have, or maybe that might be in order to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. That might be one of the action steps that you need to take is to increase your income. So a financial plan is so important. And now you can create your own a basic financial plan on your own by creating those goals, understanding where you are right now, where do you want to be, and how can you get there? So, your current financial situation, what is your long term vision? What are the goals that you want to achieve? And then creating that action plan to get there. Now, if the thought of creating a financial plan for yourself is daunting, because sometimes it can be, then you want to seek help from a trusted advisor. A financial planner can certainly help you in creating that comprehensive plan. Maybe, at this point, you don't need a comprehensive plan. Maybe you need to make sure that, you already created an investment portfolio, making sure that that portfolio is on track to help you achieve the goals that you want to achieve. Then looking for a trusted advisor to help you with that as well. So keeping that in mind, making sure that you create a financial plan to get you to where you want to be long term. So, one action step that you can take to create a financial plan is really to just draft a financial plan that outlines the steps to achieve your financial goals. So, again, including short, intermediate, and long term goals, and creating strategies for savings, investing, and if you have any debt that you want to that needs to be paid down, then creating a plan for that, or maybe part of your long-term strategy to retire in 20 years with an income of $100,000. Maybe part of that strategy is that your house is going to be paid off. So, or you may want to have a second home, spend time, split your time in different parts of the country where you live or the world. So, creating those plans, creating that the goals, as well as creating the action plan to get there. Now, the fifth key step to creating a path, your path to true freedom, is to cultivate a financial independence mindset. Achieving financial independence requires a mindset shift. It's really about adopting those habits and attitudes that support your financial goals, such as making sure that you're disciplined when it comes to savings, mindful spending, thinking about, any purchase that you make. Is it bringing you closer to your goal or is it taking you away from that goal? And continuous learning about personal finance. Now, here are three tips that I want to give you to help you to cultivate this mindset. The first tip is to embrace lifelong learning about personal finance. Because it really is when we're talking, my passion in working with women is really about money mastery. So making sure that you have all the tools you need to be able to create the financial freedom that you desire. So continuous learning is key to maintaining a financial independence mindset. Staying informed about personal finance helps you to make better financial decisions and adapt to changes in the economy, maybe in your industry, and your personal circumstances. So making sure that you are cultivating and learning. And that helps you to be more resilient. Because remember, resilience, sometimes things happen. Sometimes we may get a little derailed, but it helps us to get back on track. So one tip that you can take in this area is to dedicate some time each week to educate yourself about personal finance. And this could include reading books or articles, listening to financial related podcasts, as well as like this one, and taking online courses. Now, another resource I would include as well, um, being part of a community, a community of like-minded women who are on a financial journey like you. So that's a great way to also get that financial education, but in addition, getting that support that you need to continue to move forward. Now, one action step that you can take in this area for this particular tip is to set aside 30 minutes each day to consume some personal finance content, um, and to create a reading list or subscribe to educational podcasts to ensure that you have a steady stream of knowledge. Now, the second tip that for you to continue to cultivate a financial independence mindset is to practice mindful spending. Mindful spending involves being intentional and thoughtful about where and how you spend your money. It's about making purchases that align with your values and your long-term financial goals rather than succumbing to impulse buying or other pressures, societal pressures, or emotions that may come up. So one tip that you can take, one tip to help you get started in this area is before making any purchases, um, ask yourself if it really aligns with your financial goals and values. And another action step, not tip, but action step, is to consider implementing a 24-hour rule for non-essential purchases. So if you have a tendency to buy things on impulse, that's a great way to put kind of a stop mechanism in place. So wait 24 hours before any non-essentials or even any major purchases. And so by waiting the 24 hours before buying, that will help you to really get in touch with your feelings and to see if it's really that purchase is still really necessary. Now, one action step that you can take in this area to get easy action step to get started, uh, begin to track your spending habits for a month to identify areas that you could cut back. Because anywhere that you're cutting back on your expenses, that's more money that's going to fund your goals. So using your a budgeting app, or if most of us use online banking, and they have a budget, a cash management tool, usually within the online banking, where you can categorize your spending and identify where your money goes. But if you like to use apps, there's, for example, Mint is the free version of Quicken. If you're one that likes to look at your balances on your phone, um, Mint is a good one for you. Or YNAB, which is You Need a Budget. That's another app that can help you to stay on top of your finances and make more intentional spending decisions. Now, the third tip to help you cultivate a financial freedom mindset is to develop disciplined savings habits. Disciplined savings habits is fundamental to achieving your financial independence because it ensures that you have a safety net for emergencies and funds for future investments or opportunities that may come up. So, in one tip for you is to automate your savings to ensure that a portion of your income goes directly into your savings or investment accounts before you have a chance to spend it. So, pay yourself first is another way to look at that. And this strategy helps you to build savings consistently. Now, one quick action step that you can take to implement this tip is to set up automatic transfers to your savings account on each payday or or if you're a business owner, each time you do your billing, or based on when you do your billing, create an automatic transfer to your savings account. Now, set a goal as well to contribute at least 20% of your income, but if that's daunting for you, then start with whatever you're comfortable with now, and then gradually increase it. Another idea is looking at high yield savings accounts to maximize the growth on the money that you save. Now, just keeping that in mind, and you certainly want to research those high yield accounts, making sure that they are, if you're in the United States, that they're FDIC insured, or if you're in another country, that it has the protection as well. So, looking into that. And now, cultivating a financial independence mindset is a continuous process that involves learning, mindful spending, and disciplined savings. So, by integrating these practices into your daily life, you can create a strong foundation for financial independence and ultimately a life of freedom and fulfillment. So, in conclusion, defining financial independence is a deeply personal journey that requires some reflection, planning, and a commitment to making intentional financial decisions. By understanding what financial independence is and what it means to you, and by taking those concrete steps to move toward it, you can create a life of true freedom and the fulfillment that you desire. So let's recap what we covered today. Today, we discussed 5 key steps to creating your path to true freedom. Step 1, understand financial independence. Step 2, assess your current financial situation. Step 3, set clear financial goals. Step 4, create a financial plan. And step 5, create a financial freedom mindset. So at this point, I'd love for you pull out your journal or other paper and kind of reflect on your current relationship with money, what we just discussed, and then ask yourself these 3 questions to help you gain clarity and to motivate yourself into action. So reflect on the first question. What does financial independence mean to me personally? Number 2, reflect on what are the main goals that I need to achieve to feel financially independent. And lastly, reflect on how does achieving financial independence align with my overall life goals? Are you ready to take the first step towards financial empowerment and success? If so, I'd love for you to join me for a powerful money power breakthrough call to help unlock the key to transforming your relationship with money. Together, we will uncover what's holding you back from aligning your vision with your goals and identify the next steps, the next inspired step to pave the way to ultimate financial freedom and money mastery. So don't want to miss this opportunity to create a brighter future for yourself and your business. And so to learn more and apply, just go to pamelaplick.com/thank you. That's pamelaplick.com/thank you to access the link and schedule your call. Then, once you've scheduled your call, check out my other tools and resources that are available to help you to begin to set yourself up for long term success. In closing, I'd like to leave you with this final thought. Building wealth is about creating options, and financial freedom is the ultimate option. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. And until next time, remember, you can rise to your money power.